Well, hello there. Welcome to yet another struggle edition of TLR. Um, so we got some interesting news today. Apparently, Mr. Andrew Lincoln told EW that he's going back to the show for next season. He's going to shadow a director, and his intention is to direct next year. Now, obviously, you know, he wouldn't be directing every episode, and the director's schedule would be a lot less demanding than being the lead of a show. However, that's still a lot of quality time on set, especially since he has to shadow someone in order to do it. Michael Cutlass directed an episode last season. Next season, Andy will be directing, which definitely leads me to believe that one, they're not going to kill Rick off. I just don't see how that. I think they will mislead the audience into thinking that that's what happened, and that's what all of Rick's people will believe is that he's dead and gone. But I think they're going to go the Heath route. I think he's just going to disappear. No one's going to see exactly what happens, and there will be a fruitless effort to find him, and he's never found. And then I personally think, since The Walking Dead is expanding like the Marvel Cinematic Universe, right? They're going to do films and whatnot and other shows. I personally believe, and I could be wrong, but from everything that I've heard, the logical conclusion to me would be to have Rick make his triumphant return, but not on the show, but in his own film, right? And then he makes his way back to Alexandria and Michonne and whatnot. That's what I think that they're going to do. I mean, it's entirely possible that they won't go that route, but as it stands, I think all signs are pointing to it. I mean, it's not like, Andy disliked being on the show. Like, he's going back to set to go study and basically and direct the actors he's worked with for next to a decade. Um, well, some of them, obviously not all of them. But yeah, it was more of how much can his schedule be taken of. And frankly, a big part in season 4, it was, you know, at least the second half. Rick was MIA for a lot of it because I remember that feeling of missing him. Like, they focused on Glenn's story, then they focused on Maggie and Sasha, and like it was going all these different directions. And then it's like, where is the Grimes family? Where is Rick and Carl and Michonne? And then finally, circle back to them. But so honestly, in my personal opinion, I think it's totally feasible to do the show with him still as the lead, but to cut down his time and like maybe film all of his scenes, you know, in bulk, and then he gets to leave set early as opposed to stretching it out for months on end, you know, or something along those lines. I mean, there's a lot of options. There's a lot of tricks and whatnot. So, and then, they could reference them in passing, like what they used to do for actresses who were pregnant, like, oh, yeah, she's at the store, or she's upstairs, she's not feeling well, blah, blah, blah. Then we don't actually see the person. They just kind of disappear for a little while and then they come back. I think Rick's just going to disappear for a while and come back. I mean, it's really unfortunate, I think, that all this stuff is out in the air. Rick leaving his last episode, and he's going to come back and direct. Like, can't something just be a surprise, Like, let's. Anyway, I guess that's just the nature of the beast. But in my opinion, Rick ain't dead. He's not gonna die, at least not yet. And not season 9. I don't think. Um, Although, I mean, it's entirely possible that he could be, but I really, 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 really think that there will be, like, I think the first, like, if you're gonna have an MCU type of style franchise thing and you're gonna do a movie, who makes the most sense? Your title character. That's just pure logic. Like, you're gonna start with Rick. Like, where else do you start with that? Like, I'm gonna do a Walking Dead movie. Oh, right. Who's in The Walking Dead? Oh, yeah, that guy who was carrying the show for 9 years. So, anyway, that's my thoughts. What are your thoughts? Please drop them in the comments. If you aren't subscribed, please do. Please subscribe and follow us, or like the page if you're seeing this on Facebook. We appreciate all the support. And yeah, we'll be doing videos back together in the same space pretty soon. So, talk to y'all later.